It's got 2 million views already.
They would take it to the tower. They're behind us. This ends here.
It's so dark. It's so cool. It's their subs.
Take with you my blessings
It's not.
and the hope of the Empire.
It's not in sync.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Nice. That's so cool. That's fucking Patrick Stewart, dude. I had no idea he was in this, by the way. I forget the stellar voice cast that Elder Scrolls games have. But John Cleese is still at the start of Elder Scrolls Online, and that's wild.
Here we are 20 years later.
My man Todd.
When you think about the Elder Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah, I totally
we're
see
working
that.
on Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Fans got so connected with the worlds we've made.
It's so funny, like all the BTS footage is so low res because that's how old this series is.
Defining moment in the series and for how we make games.
I love how nerdy that is as well. Just like a dude, even for like doing like reference videos in the mirror.
We want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that old charm.
He wanted so hard to say Jank.
Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there, both for the Elder Scrolls world and also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Hawk, we still downloaded. What do you mean, mate? I was on Fiber. I literally had the game downloaded because the game, I think, was available on Steam at like 4:30. I had the game downloaded by 5 o'clock. But the problem is, I then had 4 hours of work, 3 hours of work still to do. Imagine, I would just love to be like a random NPC in Starfield or something. I'd love that. Are you a big Elder Scrolls fan, Hawk?
Back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with...
I've been to this office. I think. Is this the one in the UK? I think I've been to this office.
Special.
Yeah, there are still quite a few.
Is that her with the horse? There's no way.
Games, I think, is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything
That's him.
we've accomplished in the past 20
That's him. Oh.
years and working with these people, like, it's really special.
Yeah, there are
That's her with the, oh my God.
still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long.
That's her. That's, oh my God. It's so funny because for me, Skyrim was huge for me. But the thing that really cemented my love for Elder Scrolls was ESO. Because for me, ESO was... The game had so much Elder Scrolls DNA and music and voice acting and storytelling that that's actually my main Elder Scrolls game. Going back and discovering some of this history, I'm just so excited for.
And it sort of gave me the warm
I love that she's like in the BTS footage of this.
fuzzies.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years?
That's he's not got the same bloody hats.
And seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20
Yeah, there are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzzies.
He's wearing the fucking... Oh my God. Oh, what have you sent me? I don't have any money, Rebecca. Don't send me stuff. Oh, are you guys seeing this? 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 Are you kidding me? Kidding me? I haven't even played the game yet. I haven't even played the goddamn game yet. That's so cool.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years? I think the thing that gets me the most is the music. Like when you hear that music at the main menu, there's just like, there's this like flood of nostalgia.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am. As an individual, as a game developer, it all starts with it.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games and the evolution of how we build these worlds, and having players be able to come back and experience that is really amazing. We had that really
so emotional. I'm actually so emotional right now. Like, this is what I mean. Games are memories. They are huge chunks of our lives. And like, these people is like, Rebecca, you're distracting me from being emotional. Thank you, babe. Hey, Alex, how you doing? But like, this is like this reimagining of Oblivion. Like, we talk about it as a game, but this reimagining of Oblivion is also a reimagining of ourselves and how we've progressed. And I'm a different person from when I played Skyrim. I've never played Oblivion, but this whole video was just feels.
special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
But there are people who worked on Oblivion. That was probably their first ever game. And because of its success, they have continued to work at Bethesda and, you know, all these other places. But especially for Bethesda. And like, that's a world that doesn't exist anymore. You know? Like, you look at game studios now and they release a game and they fire everybody afterwards. You can't build this legacy, that kind of legacy, by doing that. And I know, you know, Bethesda, Microsoft acquisition, it's been a whole thing, but like, this is what matters. You know?
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's, what if we could give that moment to everybody again?
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as
It's our man.
Emperor.
It's our man.
But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Music. Bro, what's he doing on here? Yeah, I know. He was in the original game. Yeah, Patrick Stewart's here.
Whether you're reliving these moments or experiencing them for the first time, the world of Oblivion Remastered immediately looks and feels incredible. When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuous went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuous. Our team here has been hard at work delivering the best remastered Oblivion experience possible.
This is just so beautiful. He said Oblivion. Where's my Elder Scrolls?
We've worked with Bethesda Game Studios on other projects in the past, so we know what makes that team and their games special.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
That is so funny because that's code for we know how bad Oblivion is to run. Like it requires like 3 mods to get it running these days.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
Like I also don't want a completely fully polished, like I don't want a Starfield of Elder Scrolls. There has to be some of that jank there. There has to be some of that retro callback there as well. Huzzah! Yeah, exactly. You can't rewrite that. You don't want to rewrite that, you know?
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the Oblivion Crisis? What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal level, it was really important to me to ensure that we're preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it would be to call it a love letter.
Nice edit there.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death before the end.
That ragdoll is so Elder Scrolls. I know this is... Sorry, I'm geeking out. Breathe. But like that goofy thing where like, you know, the model, like the HP bar reaches 0 and then like the physics turn on. Like that's the shit. Do you know, like that is, I love that. I don't want like cool finishing. I mean, it does have finishing animations, but like I don't want Assassin's Creed Shadows level animations. I want this. Where you hit somebody hard enough and they just turn off and they just fall down.
The technology we used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
No stupid bloom.
And soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals. We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
So interesting.
It's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
Like they've got the color palette so good. Like it feels, I know it's like obvious, but like it feels like the color palette feels Elder Scrolls. Like, you know, I play WoW and I play ESO and I play, obviously it's so different, but like Guild Wars. Those older games were so, like, you know that meme of like when you see like Mario running around in Unreal Engine 5, you're like, yeah, cool. Like, what is this? Like, that's not what Mario games look like, you know? I don't expect Yoshi to pull out like a photorealistic Glock and start shooting shit. Like the style of the games are what excites me.
You're stuck here like I am. The Isles, a wonderful place.
Big mushroom.
Or eternity.
We've leveraged
that guy in his little shorts. Oh fuck. Grand Theft Yoshi. Like, I'd play it on stream, but it's not something you'd play like 100 hours in.
Every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed character.
This is so fucking sick. the characters look like fucking people. Do you know what I mean?
Models.
Also, like,
and stunning landscapes.
It also looks normal.
That use millions of. Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch. We implemented an advanced real-time lighting system that accurately simulates how light interacts with the environment. This results in more realistic lighting and atmospheric effects. While the original game had limited dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light.
Oh.
We used an incredible new lip sync technology that really enhanced performance in our characters.
He left us a warning. Heed it!
And real tools helped us create the base mesh of our characters.
This is fucking exciting. Look, they look like people. The Argonian looks sick. Oh my god, that's exciting.
All races, including Argonian.
I have no idea what race I'm gonna make, by the way. I like when I was testing, I was like, do I make a human? Not a human like a Breton or something, or do I make like an Imperial? Or do I make a fish boy? Oh, not fish boy, lizard boy. Or a cat boy.
Katids are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more effective even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
We have access to so many modern rendering features. You'll see them in something as simple as running through a forest. Insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances,
I'm so excited.
You feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world. You'll really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
This is what got me excited. Or not this, or maybe it's a bit afterwards. Where you can use a bow and the magic at the same time, which you couldn't do in Skyrim.
In the remaster, it's gameplay.
Yeah, that.
UI and UX. It's audio. We've updated features and systems across.
It's out now. It's out right now. It's on Game Pass.
We changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
Fun. Okay, this is more for people who I guess more familiar with the game. I've never played it. This will be the first time I'm playing this.
Physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations, where there's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish. Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects, visual effects, or hit reactions.
That's so crazy.
Now you'll get blood splatters, sparks.
Oh, this is fun.
You know, it's a little thing, but little things add up to make the combat more modern and engaging.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized. One of our goals was for a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability.
Yeah,
now,
okay,
the third-person perspective has all the same control you get from the first-person view.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first launched,
Greetings. How goes it? How are you?
disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue.
This is so funny because this game is so well known for its like weird dialogue and like weird intermission, but also like repeated dialogue. There's also like there'll be multiple takes in an audio file, so like the character will read the line twice because it's on there like they're like doing another take and they just put both takes in it. It's just wild.
Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random and then they just, hi there. Hi there. But it's
like, do you know what I mean? Like they know what they're doing with this and I love that.
like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Stop! You violated the law. Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Cheese
That's me. That's gonna be me.
is for everyone.
Cheese for everyone!
Oh my god. I love Elder Scrolls so much. It's just like, this is a multi-million-dollar company acknowledging the weirdness of the things that got them that money. That doesn't happen every day. You know? I just feel like with so many games, they want to show off the coolest, most polished. And obviously there's an element of that here, but like, this is trying to sell us into like the effect. But exactly, like, they're not trying to, huzzah, like, they're not trying to reinvent what made it Oblivion. They're reimagining it. We are
going to steal one of the Elder Scrolls from the...
Roll credits.
The Imperial Palace. You need to find the reading room. The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests. They're blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeited. Then pay with your blood!
I love this. That, holding a sword, and like, you couldn't do that in Skyrim. I don't think you could anyway. You'd have to switch to a magic and then do it.
As games have developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a
You need to add sprinting. This is so funny to
big
me.
debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch, and that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
I love the way that that's quite modern, actually.
Single updated or new feature was implemented with the player in mind. It all comes down to what makes Oblivion Oblivion. What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini-games are the mini-games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Great! How's it go again?
I don't know this
Like
bit.
lockpick.
I don't know the lockpicking. I know. The lockpicking I know is the Skyrim one with the mini bits. When Pokemon added sprinting, it just makes it better. And that's a tiny game. Do you know what I mean?
You can put a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
Whether you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a new
You and worship the ground you walk on.
You
fucking horrendous. I hate that guy. I don't think he's funny as a meme. Oh, I hate him.
instantly feel at home. It just feels better.
Oh, look, the elementals look sick. Look, they actually shoot like water at you, not just like the same. You know how like in some old video games, they'd shoot like a beam at you, but if it was fire, it would be red. It's the same beam, but it'd be red. And then if it was like grass damage, it'd be green. And it'd be like toxic damage, it'd be purple. Like he shoots the thing. Hey, I know he's horrible. I hate him. When they showed him off in Starfield, I was like, "Fuck me, dude! I hate him so much." Like it's not. I don't find him funny. I know people do. I hate him. I fucking will murder him anytime I see him. If we see him today, we're gonna kill him.
We've modernized a lot, but it's still the same incredible adventure and the same carefully handcrafted world.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting?
Oblivion is a core part of the story of Bethesda Game Studios.
I think I have been to this office, you know.
None of what we're surrounded by right now would be.
I love Starfield. I'm going to apologize for Starfield for the longest time. Guys, Starfield is good, actually. It's definitely more older in design than I think I would like it to be. Controversial opinion, Starfield is good, actually. Okay? Go play that game if you haven't played it in ages. It's good.
Here.
Not as good as what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted, but it's still a good game.
If we hadn't made that game, and if it hadn't been the success that it was, the effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it.
I really hope they release a physical version of this.
It's a privilege.
And now, to help introduce this game to a new generation of players.
That's me.
I feel so lucky.
That's me. I'm a new generation of player.
Back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks. Oblivion gates look absolutely incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the music, for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something, and that's precious.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like, it's an intangible thing, but it's like, it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game.
Starfield is good, actually.
There's a lot of respect for what was before, and I think the fans will appreciate that.
From all of us at Bethesda Game Studios
and Virtuous,
we want to thank you for joining us today. Oblivion has a very special place in my heart, and being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of players has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait. The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion Remaster will be available today.
I was born 87 years ago.
The funny thing is, I think Patrick Stewart was born 87 years ago, so the timelines add up.
But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of Last Seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come.
Looks clear.
A trap! The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness? Here you must find your own path.
Remember the Emperor!
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.